And the route is on here in this first half. So his big play capability in full display there as he's able to return that punt for a touchdown. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The offense for the NFC back out there. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Breeze gets this out to Saquon Barkley. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play. So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. To return is Roberts, able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
Fights free yet again. Oh, he nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Right at, that's caught inside the 20. Touchdown! DeAndre Hopkins with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter as his guys continue to pour it on. Wouldn't be the Pro Bowl without the QBs taking some shots, and that shot paid off.
He understood, I don't know if it's instinctively or if he did his homework, that you do take your shots, as you said, in this game because the payoff is terrific. We will remember how many touchdown passes you threw. I don't think we ever recall how many interceptions you throw in a game like this.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. It's a short kick. Take it. Now a hit and a loose football. And that's picked up by the AFC. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secure.
And that is caught for an AFC touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Brandon, we're not even out of the first quarter yet, and that's his 3rd receiving touchdown of the game. Tremendous job, and I think this might come under the heading of when someone has the hot hand, you've got to keep going back to them.
And on the defensive side, they better figure something out quickly.
Yeah, I think that no matter what, you've got to do something to slow him down. I don't care if it's double or triple coverage. Make someone else emerge because right now he's absolutely shredding him.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here's the NFC offense set to take over again. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
To throw is Breeze. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Julio Jones once again the intended target. That'll bring up second down. Gurley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. We've become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division, every year, is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
Now here's Michael Dixon. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. He gets this away as he'll wisely, I'd say, angle this to the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places.
Now Breeze lost the football. And that's picked up by the AFC. The 20, 10. And he is going to bring this one back. A fumble return for an AFC touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is coming onto the field as they'll go for 2. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that 2-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point? But after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for 2 and really try to catch.
Now a hit and a loose football.
Let's just call that play exactly what it is. Needed, because they wanted to get back in the game, and they knocked the ball free, and now they have a chance to do exactly that.
They got the chance. Now they have to take advantage. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up, 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Breeze. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now Breeze. It's caught. Jones. And that's going to move the sticks again here as the tackle's made at the AFC's 45-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Breeze now already at 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Here's Breeze to throw. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. J.J. Watt. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now it's Gurley. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's going to be caught. And he will score. Touchdown AFC. Tyreek Hill with his second touchdown in this opening quarter as his guys continue to pour it on. Still for... Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for him. His throw caught at about the 5. And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The NFC offense heading back onto the field. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big, this early. But that's the spot they're in. Is nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Breeze now to throw. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bernardrick McKinney muscled his way in for the sack.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fielded just inside the 20. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense for the AFC set to go now. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready.
And that is caught for an AFC touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins. What is going on here? 4 first-quarter touchdowns. Unbelievable. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. I know this defense knew it coming into the game, Charles, and they know it even more now. DeAndre Hopkins is a tough cover.
And anytime you see him out there and there's less than double or triple teaming him, take a shot with it. Just what you're talking about. If he's such a tough cover, one guy's not going to get it done. Throw the ball out there. Let him go get it.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The offense for the NFC back out there. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg? Now Breeze lost the football. And that's picked up by the AFC. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over.
Brandon, that's the 3rd time he's fumbled so far in this game. And, you know, you can make excuses for each and every one of them. But the bottom line is he's got to take care of it better. And
that is caught for an AFC touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins there to make the grab as his guys continue to pour it on. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
And it's a short kick. Taking now a hit and a loose football. And that's picked up by the AFC. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Keep putting that ball on the ground. Go line. 54 right there.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. He finds Hopkins complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Mahomes going to throw, and that is caught for an AFC touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins there to make the grab as his guys can, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for him. And that, girls, is an NFL record 6th touchdown reception. The record has stood since 1950. What a game.
How about that? Because so many things have to go right in order for it to happen. Not just him catching the passes. Someone delivering it accurately. Offensive line giving...
Now a hit and a loose football. And that's picked up by the AFC. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And that is caught for an AFC touchdown. Tyreek Hill doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter as his guys continue to pour it on. A sensational one-handed grab in the end zone for the score. Looked like you at the Davis Turkey Bowl every year in the backyard in Orlando, Florida.
Oh, you're so kind. That's in my mind, but how about this? They always tell guys going after the ball, the receivers especially, you got to have a single-minded obsession to go get it. How about going up with a single hand and making that happen? I don't know if it gets much better than what we just saw there.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. Now Breeze lost the football. And I think the AFC came up with that. They did. AFC football.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins once again the intended target, and it's 3rd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that is caught for an AFC touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins there to make the grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. The NFC with the football here to begin the second quarter. Blitz coming now for Breeze. They're staring up at a 3rd and 9 to start it out.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stuff.
Foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So not just running into the punter, but roughing the punter.
And I'm struggling with this one. You know, you're watching it, partner. Is it more the first rather than the latter? This is a tough one. Almost feels like he felt like he had to call it on that play.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down. On first down, Breeze. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. That kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
The AFC offense set to take their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big. It's caught inside the 25. And he will score. Touchdown AFC. Tyreek Hill on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the route is on here in this first half. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Drew Brees and his NFC teammates set to begin their next drive. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people. Lean on your teammates. Find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Throwing now is Breeze. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. There's Breeze. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he will score. Touchdown NFC. Michael Thomas, 32 yards. As they are now on the board here in the first half.
All the receivers in the league.
And oh, it's blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he is going to be taken down inside the 5 at the 4-yard line.
Okay, I wish I could say this from experience, but I have talked to people about this. When you've had a big return for a touchdown, the hardest thing to do the rest of the game is to make good decisions, because after you've gotten one, you expect to get another one. In this case,
and this will be caught at the 30. And he will score. Touchdown AFC. Tyreek Hill, 96 yards. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now we'll see what Michael Thomas and the rest of the offense has in store here. He's up near 100 yards now here in the second quarter, but his team's down.
Through no fault of his own. I mean,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt in there yet again. They just cannot block him. He now has 8 sacks, and that is a new single-game record. They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Give him 3 yards on the run. Now they'll need to draw up something good here on 3rd and 13. Brees going to throw. Now Brees lost the football, and that's picked up by the AFC. And the field position doesn't get much better than this. They'll have it 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Well, that's the down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long, and you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming out.
And this results in 6. Touchdown. Patrick Mahomes. He flat out can't be stopped as his guys continue to pour it on. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Drew Brees getting ready to go again on offense. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure this team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and that's picked up by the AFC. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. And, partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but, man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been at a lot of practices. It's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling, maybe we ask them to help us with the laterals as well and make that a better play.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10, eluding the touchdown AFC. Great play, but admittedly, the tackling in the Pro Bowl, Charles, not always the best. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for him. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the post. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs?
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic. Faking it. I can understand. You want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
her attic, the stuff she
grandmother
was
did the same. It smelled terrible. Brees and the NFC come up now with a 1st and 10 at their own. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And that's picked up by the AFC.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two. I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And that is caught for an AFC touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins there to make the grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. I don't even know what to say anymore. I mean, I've lost track of how many times he's been in the end zone. This is just flat unbelievable.
Doesn't matter whether you have an abacus, a calculator, just old-fashioned pencil and paper trying to total it up. The number is staggering. What a performance. This man knows how to find the end zone and make it count.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and now it's third down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. And Thomas has it. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Now here's Michael Dixon. He's been terrific so far. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And this will be taken at the 13. Just bowling over tacklers. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Going deep for Hopkins. And he will score. Touchdown AFC. DeAndre Hopkins, 58 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. It's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And I think I saw that right. You tell me if I'm wrong. That was just a fly route just to go. He went.
Sometimes speed, just pure speed, is going to win. I don't care how athletic you are on the other side of the ball. When a guy's that fast and he can just take off, if the quarterback has time to throw the ball and release it when he wants to, that's the end result. Nothing you could do about that. He was just a better athlete on that play.
Breeze and the NFC come up now with a 1st and 10 at the 40. Now Breeze. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. But it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Now Breeze on 3rd down. Now Breeze lost the football. And that's picked up by the AFC. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They get.
And that is caught for an AFC touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins 26 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. Under pressure, and they got to him again. C.J. Mosley able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now Breeze. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the AFC will have it 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The offense for the AFC set to go now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. Well, he will score. Touchdown AFC. Tyreek Hill taking it in as his guys continue to pour it on. Well, that was the... Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he fires one incomplete. They've got this big lead. They said, forget one, we want 2. Instead, they got 0.
Unbelievable that they didn't even attempt it from the 15-yard line. What are they thinking? I do know this. When you fake one in this situation with that type of a lead, especially from the 15-yard line, oh, boy. I tell you what, meeting them again somewhere down the line, they'll remember this. Yeah, they'll think that they were trying to cloud them a little bit.
Todd Gurley and the offense, they get set and trot back out there now. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. Now Breeze wants the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction down the field or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd. And a loose football. And that's picked up by the AFC. And he caught it up. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. Now Breeze. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And there he goes again. And he will score. It's a touchdown. He returns the punt 61 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Well, if you're into cheesy movies, you would title this one A Half to Remember, wouldn't you? His second return touchdown of the game.
What if I'm not into cheesy movies?
Well, go ahead and get into it, man, because I just did it, and you're going to green light that one. How about those returns? Maybe they ought to think about not kicking him the ball.
Yeah, they might want to go away from him in the future. Well, we know he has home run hitting ability in the punt return department, and he showcases it there all the way back for 6. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And our attention shifts to Todd Gurley. And a lot of times you talk about establishing the ground game. Probably something they need to do more of here, losing in the second quarter.
When you're riding your best horse, you've got to lather him up. The best running backs I've ever talked to, they've all said the exact same thing to me. I'll even break a good sweat until I get to 20 carries.
You're full of good wisdom. Let's see if they can get him into the game more now. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Breeze. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw is Breeze. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. J.J. Watt just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. DeAndre Hopkins and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the second quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver because they need a quarterback throwing it.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 76 yards. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando. And this will be a touchdown. Patrick Mahomes finding the end zone yet again as his guys continue to pour it on. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the... Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Todd Gurley and the offense, they get set and trot back out there now. Now, I'm not going to say you completely abandon the passing game, but it would really behoove them to get this running game going more. Now, Barkley stripped of the football. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
7 yards there and a first down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. To throw, it's Breeze. Caught by Jones. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Throwing again on second down. Breeze. Thomas has got it. Complete.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Looking to throw again on second down. Breeze. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now the NFC going to call the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
We got 4.
Again, they'll throw with Breeze. And his throw is incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Well, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. On 4th down, here's Aldrick Rosas for the NFC field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Rosas' kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit.
Well, no surprise there. Extremely reliable during the regular season. Bailed his team out time and again. Knocks another one through, this time in the Pro Bowl.
This is taken at his 4. Touchdown, AFC. Well, they're just having fun. I mean, they are clicking on every single cylinder, offense, defense, and here, special teams.
And how about the extension of the lead? This one felt a lot like, you remember Seattle-Denver Super Bowl 48? Percy Harvin to start the second half. Seattle was already firmly in control. Now, they feel like they can't be caught.
Yeah, they are firmly in control right now. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The AFC offense set to take their next drive. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key.
It's caught at the 10. And he will score. Touchdown AFC. Tyreek Hill, 73 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. That was a nice little setup there off play action for the long touchdown pass.
Yeah, I've got to tell you, it brings back bad memories for a guy like me as a former defensive back, because in a playbook I knew a long time ago, we described that play pattern as draw pass 9 go, meaning fly pattern after the play action pass, try and hit him for the deep ball, and boy, were they successful on that one. So tough because his speed is so great, you've got to make sure you don't miss any cues or keys in order to try and keep up with him.
Draw pass 9 go. That's still a nightmare to this day.
Yeah, I still wake up in the middle of the night and feel the guy going past me.
They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And he loses the football a second time. Picked up by the AFC. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling. And he will score. Touchdown AFC. DeAndre Hopkins. He flat out can't be stopped. And the AFC able to use the short field as they cash in for 6 points.
Well, after another passing touchdown, I don't think it'd be an understatement to say that he's in the zone. And I believe
Myers connects on the PAT. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. It's a short kick, taken near the 18. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Now a draw play for Gurley. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Here's Breeze to throw. Now Breeze lost the football. And that's picked up by the AFC. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Going deep for Hopkins. And he will score. Touchdown AFC. DeAndre Hopkins finding the end zone yet again as his guys continue to pour it on.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead will swell by 1 more. And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, long touchdown pass into the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And that's picked up by the AFC. And he is going to bring this one back. A fumble return for an AFC touchdown. Fumbles, that's how you get in the coach's doghouse. The first one lost and it hurt. This time you lose it and it's taken in for a score. It really hurt.
And about that doghouse, it won't exactly be comfortable, and it definitely won't be air-conditioned.
Milk bones?
None.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that will extend this big lead. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. It's a short kick, taken into the 18. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. Now the ball comes loose, and that's picked up by the AFC. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. He's going to look deep, and that is caught for an AFC touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins. He flat out can't be stopped. And the AFC able to capitalize on the fumble recovery as it leads to 6 points. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Myles Garrett with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big. And now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Getting set to go again, DeAndre Hopkins marches back onto the field. A monster game so far, 3rd quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times.
It's caught inside the 25. Hopkins strong running, and he will score. Touchdown AFC. DeAndre Hopkins finding the end zone yet again as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the NFC offense set to take over again. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite.
And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And I think the AFC came up with that. They did. AFC football. On first down, Mahomes. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins once again the intended target, but it's going to be second down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It's Ryan Kerrigan getting the sack. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. A gain of 19 on 3rd and 18, and that'll move the chains. Now here's Mahomes, and this is Cook with a grab. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Steps away, and that is caught for an AFC touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins. He flat out can't be stopped as his guys continue to pour it on. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. C.J. Mosley getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Breeze now to throw. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So call off the pick six.
Everything looked right. It looked like it was in their favor. Returned it for a touchdown, as you just described. But instead, the penalty for interference nullifies everything.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. A first down carry for Barkley. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. From the 38, Breeze. Now Breeze lost the football. And that's picked up by the AFC. There he goes, right side. And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken at the 3. And he loses the football a second time. And that's picked up by the AFC. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. On first and 10, here's Mahomes. He's going to go up, and that is caught for an AFC touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins. finding the end zone yet again as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And, man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And, oh, my goodness, he loses it again.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Shotgun now for Breeze. He completes it to Jones. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A gain there of 30 big ones. Hey, you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Ready? You ready? Check 55. Go. Go.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
Right there, 55.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now the AFC going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now the Pro Bowl kicker, Aldrick Rosas. Last year, he hit one from 57. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, they gave the 60-yarder a try, didn't make it, and now they're in a tough position defensively. This offense has it in midfield. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's going to take a shot right away. And that is caught for an AFC touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 50 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. This will be taken very short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The NFC offense heading back onto the field. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
On 2nd and 7, Breeze gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
This thrown quickly out to Jones. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. The last two plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. From midfield, here's Breeze. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. J.J. Watt drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
DeAndre Hopkins and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. He's hoping to take what has been a good game here and make it a great game. But so far, solid, and we're still in the 3rd quarter.
And there's nothing wrong with solid. You want to be that. You want to be reliable.
It's caught inside the 25. And he will score. Touchdown AFC. DeAndre Hopkins. He flat out can't be stopped as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Partner, one of the cardinal rules of defense is that if you're in position to make a tackle, you need to make it.
Well, and if you can't make the tackle before that, you just got to knock that ball down, right?
Yeah, something has to happen because we saw the end result there. Missed tackle, he goes all the way and takes it for a touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
The offense for the NFC back out there. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on 1st down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now this is fielded in the end zone. It's the AFC with the football and the lead as we begin quarter number 4. The offense for the AFC set to go now. Mahomes now to throw. And it's great to see the stars all out in one place, but in turn, this is caught inside the 15. And he will score. Touchdown AFC. DeAndre Hopkins finding the end zone yet again as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that was just a fly route. There was no stop. He just went.
Yeah, and it was beautiful to watch because you have to set it up as you go along. Everyone knows he's fast, so you play him for that. That's the number one thing you want to take away. But as you go through a game, sometimes you vary the speed in which you come off the line of scrimmage and maybe start a little bit slower, get him to stop his feet a little bit as a defensive back, and then explode and go, as we saw there.
Breeze in the NFC come up now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Breeze going to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now Breeze. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. J.J. Watt dropping him for the 2nd straight play. Might want to think about blocking him here on 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's third. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And he is going to bring this one back. A fumble return for an AFC touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here's the NFC offense set to take over again. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, and suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of the defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. C.J. Mosley. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Breeze. And he's going to go down again. J.J. Watt, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards, it's 3rd. And the pressure gets to him again. J.J. Watt, 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Unable to corral him. He fights through. Can't ask for much more than that. A 50-yard punt followed by a loss on the return. And the AFC will take over 1st and 10. The AFC offense set to take their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. Yeah, he will score. Touchdown AFC. Tyreek Hill, 73 yards. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The NFC offense heading back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Breeze and the NFC come up now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and now it's 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play. Breeze finding Thomas. 43 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Looking for Ertz, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. Well, he's free going down the left side. And at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Breeze now. Jones has it. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. Now the AFC going to take a timeout. It's their 2nd. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Here now Roberts. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense for the AFC set to go now. This ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you. It's caught inside the 25. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And it's a touchdown! Patrick Mahomes. He flat out can't be stopped as his guys continue to pour it on. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? But I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was all capped by Patrick Mahomes using his legs to get in the end zone. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense for the NFC back out there. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know this.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Throwing now is Breeze. And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. 3rd down here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Breeze. And that will be incomplete as well. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
51 yards on the punt there. The AFC offensive unit getting set to take over. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those.
Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Yeah, he will score. Touchdown AFC. DeAndre Hopkins finding the end zone yet again as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. That's a tough combination to defend. You know Patrick Mahomes has the big arm, and he's got the elusiveness and the speed. So even though you force him from the pocket, he's still dangerous.
Bad idea, in my opinion, to force him from the pocket. Do everything possible to hem him in and make him make the throws from right there in the center of it. And look, we know he's got the big arm. You just noted that. But when he gets outside, it puts so much stress on your defense, trying to locate where receivers are, make sure you're covering them, and he can throw the ball the length of the field, so you just tell a receiver, just keep going. He'll find it, and he did there.
Here's the NFC offense set to take over again, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before.
And it's a fumble, and that's picked up by the AFC.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And Myers able to knock it through. And that will just this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. You see the AFC defense heading back out there. Forced the fumble last time. Up on the scoreboard. Things going their way.
Things are rocking easy now. And they feel good about themselves. Confident, taking the ball away in the last possession. Try and do it again.
So let me ask you, can you be playing free and that can be good, or it can also become bad, right?
I like the way you put it. You're exactly right. It can work both ways. Sometimes you get too loose and give up big plays and not handle your responsibilities. But oftentimes when you're playing free and easy and locked in, as they are today, you see the end result.
A gain of 13. It's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Breeze. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And that's picked up by the AFC. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And he will score. Touchdown AFC. Tyreek Hill. 49 yards. And the AFC able to capitalize on the fumble recovery as it leads to 6 points.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The NFC offense heading back onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where...
Now Barkley stripped of the football. And that's picked up by the AFC. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Yellow. Attack. On
1st down, Mahomes Flush to his right. He's going to look deep, end zone for Hopkins. And he will score. Touchdown AFC. DeAndre Hopkins. He flat out can't be stopped as his guys continue to pour it on.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but in today's NFL, I wouldn't want to play defense. Too many great receivers and guys who are accurate, who can get them the ball. We've seen the result. Days like this one.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Breeze to throw. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Now Breeze on 3rd down. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The AFC offense making their way back out. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we...
Yeah, he will score. Touchdown AFC. Tyreek Hill finding the end zone yet again as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense for the NFC back out there. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
To throw again on 2nd down. Breeze. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. Shotgun now for Breeze. That went into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the 1st as the tackle is made at the 33. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
So the AFC with the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Flushed out right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flushed from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. You see the AFC defense heading back out there. They have played a really good game. They're just looking for one final stop here and celebrate this victory.
And if you're on offense, you don't...
Now Breeze lost the football. And I think the AFC came up with that. They did. AFC football.
Right on these two. Right on these two. Argolani!
Mahomes going to throw it here. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Throwing again on second down. Mahomes. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route?
Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Oh, boy, rubbing a little salt in the wound there, going for 2 up this big.
You know, there's one time when I played, Brandon, and played against a team that was just absolutely pile driving us, and they ended up going for 2 late in the game. And I asked one of the guys, why'd you do that? He said, because we wanted to win by more. That feels like that type of situation.
Wow. Well, it could also result in a melee later, though. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And he lost the football. And that's picked up by the AFC. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic...
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else failed.
Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And it's caught. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets.
You know.
Ready. 95, 56.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now Breeze. He'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. To throw, it's Breeze. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Breeze. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Geno Atkins got home that time.
Waiting.